Hi, recording.
Hi, recording.
Hi, recording.
Welcome back, everybody, to Eberron Ball Z. Last time we played the Einen and Yote got scammed out of some pistols. Voracious and
there was no active attempt to deceive them. There was just no attempt made to correct their horrific blunder.
I want to be clear here.
You scammed yourself.
I want to be clear. I am actually saying Yote scammed himself. There was an active attempt to deceive someone. It was Yote deceiving Yote. He absolutely knew the value of those guns. He was in the army. He's worked with these weapons before, and he willfully fucked himself in that deal.
I mean, I will say, working in the army does not necessarily give you an encyclopedic knowledge of how much all of your equipment costs. He is, however, a fucking arcanist. He's also just apparently stupid.
I hate to tell you. I hate to
That's
tell
why
you
we're
this,
doing
Al.
what we're doing, friend.
I don't know how fucking the United Kingdom's military works, but in the American Army, you absolutely know the value of all your equipment because the people in charge of you never stop fucking yelling at you about it.
I'm fairly certain I had a instructor when I was in the Army Cadets that when we were on the live, which was like each one of these costs whatever it was, so be careful with them.
Yeah, don't fucking break them and don't fucking shoot each other.
Hold up. Deep Gazlord, you were in the army?
I was in the
Army Cadets.
It's a different thing.
Army Cadets is what you go into if you're not quite smart enough to be an air cadet.
Yeah, exactly.
Is it like for kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
12 to 18.
ROTC. Junior ROTC. Gotcha.
It's 12 to 18. It's
13 to 18.
ROTC, but if you take it seriously, you're weird. There's always one kid that takes it very seriously, and all the higher ups are like, oh, they're gonna go into the armed forces, and everyone else is like, cool.
The only reason I joined was because my dad was an instructor because he'd been in the military and then he moved to the TA and then he became a cadet instructor. So that I was just like, yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not? I did not take it seriously at all, and I managed to get to the rank of corporal without taking it seriously at all.
Oh, you
made it to corporal?
That actually sounds like just
as flight sergeant. I have judged you a little bit there, bud. Just a little bit there, bud.
To be fair, I could have hit sergeant if I had decided to lean into that instead of leaning into actually getting good grades in school. But I leaned.
You laser being you dick.
To be fair, at 867 Squadron, you ranked up mostly depending on time spent and ability to tie your own shoelaces. The only reason I only ever reached the rank of corporal is because there were too many people who were already non-commissioned officers, and the CEO could not justify promoting me because we would have literally had more NCOs than we had cadets.
Too many chiefs, not enough Indians.
Well,
hold up. T, have you also been in the JROTC?
No, I was in the Scouts, and then I got a life.
Yeah, which is why I said JROTC.
No,
which is the American version, which I was in.
No, I did theater and smoked weed. So yeah.
I also did theater.
Wait. Does this mean I outrank all the motherfuckers in this chat? I am
much, yeah.
officially
Yes.
the badass here. Excellent.
Not
Okay,
true.
so,
Don't
before
outrank M because M is a civilian, so it doesn't count.
I am a civilian. So I will say this. As to the original
You're
part of this
military.
conversation, Rob would indeed know how much the gun costs. And the reason is, it's nothing to do with the fact that he is in the military. It is to do with the fact that he
But
can
he is
make them.
Yeah, he's
That's
an.
true.
My brain's
He is
only
a
saying alchemist and arcanist,
gunsmith.
but
Meaning that he would be well aware of their cost. So,
in theory,
which is a good character choice, but
yeah, sure.
Okay.
We'll
While
get into character.
Yot and Einen were making a bad deal with a goblin named Kirk. Did I say
And
that right?
Yote was also getting alleyway head. I have that in my notes. He got dragged into an alley. I have no additional context listed, so I don't remember how that happened, but he did get his dick sucked in an alleyway.
Oh, Einen and Yote were looking for information about where Archie and Garrick were at. Einen found useful information, and Yote found a hot twink dressed up like a pirate, dressed up like a buff. While that was happening, arguably in a better deal, but still a deal, Hero and Voracious met with the what the fuck
Matriarch?
is her what the fuck is her name?
Her name was no, Charlie's ours. Shit, I just have Lady of the House written down. Let me scroll up in chat.
Yeah, she's got a name. I just never.
God, I forgot about the annoyingly sexy babe.
Yeah.
I hate her so much. I
believe there was some debate as to whether or not she was sexy.
You haven't written anything in chat. Yeah. The house being.
I'm sorry, we're talking about the one who has currently got me low-key branded.
Yeah.
Yeah, the house is. It should be my session 3 notes.
I see Shalia, but I don't see.
Yeah. Shally is in my notes. Did you give her like a name? She is like half angel, half tiefling. Does she have a name that we can pronounce?
Yeah, she has a house name. She's like a noble family.
Why the
Yeah.
Where's the house?
But why can't we find it?
House Garand.
Yes, House Garand. Yes, so there we go. You spoke with Lady Garand of House Garand. She gave you some information about her recently deceased son, whose body she is very certain is being used in an illicit ritual, and she also gave you a handy way to find it in the form of a life-threatening geese that if you do not fulfill will just kill you. Yippee! Geese only really kills like low-level characters. Because there's a fun little word in the description of the spell that says it can only do damage once a day.
Huh. So if you survive the initial damage, you get to just shrug it off?
Yeah, because you heal all your hit points when you long rest. So as long as it doesn't kill you, it can't kill you. And I don't know how many hit points Hero has,
I love hearing
it
guys saying that's interesting in a menacing voice, like this man's about to go out and make a bunch more geeses.
Okay, actually, having looked at Hero's hit points, it might kill Hero.
Yeah, no. If Hero tries to run away from town, the Hero will die. That's how this works.
I have to assume that this is a version of it that will just do more damage than your average low-level spell.
I mean, Geese is a 5th level spell. Also, the reason why I said it probably won't kill is because the damage it deals is only 5d10, which I forgot you all were level 3 and not level 5. 5d10 is nothing to a level 5 character. 5d10 to Hero currently is... That didn't roll. That didn't roll because I didn't tell it to roll. Reliable instant death.
All right. Well,
anyways,
we weren't planning on, as we discussed in the meeting with the giant, dubiously sexy angel lady. We were planning on doing I bind you to find my son. Cool. We were going to do that anyway.
The binding was more so that, like, you didn't have to explore every square inch of the city. Because now Hero has a vague kind of tugging on the ends of his perception, pulling him towards the son's body. That was the actual reason that happened.
I mean, yeah.
And then Archie and Garrick are about to try and steal.
We also made a deal.
Yeah, also made a lot of deal making. You made a deal with the local jewelry fence to steal the prosthetic ankle from the captain of the guard. Although she did not
prosthetic ankle. Okay.
Although she did not tell you it was the captain of the guard. Only Yot and Einen know that bit. Oh, no, my fucking cookie!
Did a cat just steal your cookie?
It fell in my milk.
Oh no.
Get some chopsticks.
No, it's a soft cookie, so it's just gonna fall apart. Now I'm just gonna have cookie goop at the bottom of my.
You just gotta chug that milk and then slurp up the cookie residue from the.
That Garrick and Archie are about to assault is the captain of the guard.
Unbeknownst to them.
I believe Freya and Yot are on their way to us.
Not here.
Or not Freya, sorry, Einen and Yot are on their way to us.
Yes.
Freya walking around like, oh fuck, the sun's shit.
No. It's okay. Passage is a big enough town with enough smog layer. There's no natural. Some night's not natural enough.
The smog from what?
The lightning trains that get serviced here?
The lightning trains don't let out smoke. They don't have engines.
No,
also, how
like,
much ambient smoke do you think a steam train produces?
All
right.
No smog.
So where are we starting?
We finished up with me and Kate, so it would make sense to be the others.
Yeah. We will start. I guess with Einen. Einen and Yot. Yot, who is suddenly overcome with passion and cannot think straight.
But you look weird. A bit lower res than I remember.
I don't think I got that pirate twink's name.
I didn't get that pirate twink. I don't know if the pirate twink had a name, I'll be honest.
He didn't. No, we should Ow! Good Janet! Ow! Why are you doing that? She keeps reaching out and just clawing my knee.
She knows it's already in pain, and she's like, "I can help with that. I can make it worse."
It's the wrong knee. It's the,
She wants them to match.
She wants to match.
Look at this idiot.
But yeah. You know vaguely where the twins will be. You were told that if they're trying to do what they're trying to do, that they will likely be at the cafe on the other side of wherever you currently are, because that's where the captain of the guard likes to take his lunches. You were told. You spoke with someone who overheard them being told it at the Thieves' Exchange. Like you, Einan, you spoke to that person.
I remember you spotted a cut purse and went to talk to them, and they told you.
The vast jangle of Yot's many tools follows you through town. It takes. You are officially entering the poor side of town at this point, Einan. So while you can tell because what were previously like row homes has curiously transitioned into tenement buildings. You know, rather than someone renting or owning an entire section of the building, the buildings are now like divvied up very obviously into like each house is actually like a dozen apartments now. But it takes you about 20 or so minutes to make your way to this cafe you've been told about. And as you approach it, so too do the twins. From opposite directions. The twins are coming from deeper into the bad district, and you are coming from the good side of town. So you see each other across the street from one another, like that Spider-Man meme.
We'll walk over to her.
Look at that! What a coincidence!
Yeah, let's go say hello.
Hey, how you doing? How's your quest coming along? Nice. You learn anything good? Whoa! Look at that.
Oh, look at that!
That's
Be
impressive.
careful, though. But it is impressive, yeah. Oh, that's neat. That's really
what
cool.
that noise was.
Yeah.
That intermittent rumbling. I was like, "What the hell is that? That was you?" Oh, that's cool.
That's very cool. That's super awesome.
Well, we did pretty good. I'm not gonna boast, but we might have a little intelligence gathering opportunity within the next day or so.
Oh, you heard about that?
Oh,
Boy,
sure,
howdy.
yeah.
They really do talk around here. Well, we're not actually. So here's the thing, right? They gave us a little bit extra to do this. There wasn't as much negotiating as I was expecting, but it's fine. We were gonna have a look at the job, and honestly, if we're not gonna do it, then figure we just give the money back.
Sure. No harm, no foul.
I don't
What,
know.
you
We
never
just
gave
got
someone
here.
money back before?
Who, me?
Einen boys have never had money.
Yeah, that is true. Hey, bro, maybe we should give the kids some spending money, huh?
We'll divvy up all the cash later.
Yeah, we
Cash
figure
later.
it out later. All right.
Yeah, we still gotta see what's going on. Why? What have you heard about the job we're doing? Tell you what, that seems really damn unprofessional. Uh, eh, eh, eh.
Just dropping information in the street like that.
Well, we're talking about it now because you said it was an open secret.
Yeah. Also, you make them very mysterious. If you know you know who this person is, and you're not telling us. I mean, what's
Yeah,
the worst that could happen? Like he's the
Yeah,
captain
who-
of the guard, you know?
yeah, like, look, yeah, right. What's wrong?
No,
No, what's wrong? Do you
no,
look
wait,
a little disturbed?
you gotta be kidding me. You 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 gotta be fucking kidding me right now.
Wait, what?
I mean, I was kidding. You're looking at me like, oh, that's ironic. What?
Wait, no, wait, what? Is it the captain of the guard? This
Oh
bitch set us
shit,
up.
bro! I don't want to do this anymore.
No, I don't. Look, we're gonna go give her money back, and if she tries to give us any trouble, I'm gonna knock her lights out. She set us up. This was a setup. Good on you, kid, for catching it.
I mean,
I'm a criminal, but there's like,
uh,
whew.
it would take a tremendous amount of luck and skill on both our parts.
Not to mention, she only paid us 25 gold, and that ain't enough for this.
That's not a whole lot of money compared to what we got to do. No, that's oh man. On the other hand, it could be fun. I don't know, we see it like a prank, you know? Hey, you got pranked. We stole your ankle, you know?
I don't. If everybody seems to know we're coming, then yeah, that's not the. Let's
Maybe
what we might
maybe
what would
yeah.
leader what would Verashis do?
Wouldn't be in this situation.
Yeah,
Varashis and the hero. You, I believe, were just led out of House Garand. So you find yourself back out on the street.
Yeah, Voracious had just summoned a fucking health potion for Hero to apply topically, and I think we were actively being like pedaled away back to the inn. We'd summoned one of the fucking thingies. I don't know where we had decided to go.
Summoned one of what thingies?
The little, I don't know, Kate knew the name of them.
Beg pardon?
The little, like, we got one on the way there, too, I think. The little, like, pedal...
Oh, Tuk Tuk.
Yeah.
Ah, yes. Well,
I remember Kate got in one of them. I don't remember where we were going, though.
Yeah, no, we were, I believe, going back to the hotel on the basis of we're not going to go and try and start shit without at least some amount of backup.
Smart.
Right. Well, via Tuk Tuk, it is probably not a very long trip to get back to the hotel from House Garand. The hotel is, I believe I said the hotel is near the edge of town. House Garand is a little further into town than that, but still pretty much still not in like the denser, more populated area because Lady Garand values her privacy. That's why she built a fucking 11-foot tall privacy wall out of hand-carved limestone.
I love the phrasing of she built. I believe she could.
I believe
women can do anything.
Women can do anything.
Voracious is like does spend a decent portion of the ride home like examining Hero's fucking brand. If he still has it out and is applying the fucking health potion topically, Voracious is looking at it and occasionally like looking back at his spellbook and taking notes.
Is reporting like any particular areas of like more or less tenderness. And as they start to get closer to the hotel, he finishes rolling down his sleeve and he goes, I don't think there's any need to burden the others with a particular abundance of information until it's necessary.
You mean keep it to yourself?
I do indeed mean keep it to yourself, yes.
I love this family. Let's all just lie to each other.
It's not lying, God. It's lies by omission. Those are barely lies.
You just said it's not lies, it's lies.
Mostly no harm in it. So, unless the information becomes pertinent, I will not tell them. However, I do want to know, is this because you were raised in a family of spies, or because you're embarrassed that a near impossible ancient being has stamped your fucking arm?
Hero looks at him for a minute, and then looks out the window, honestly putting some fucking thought on this bad boy. And then says, certainly, mostly, probably the first one out of those two, though if I was going to say, if it's going to be absolutely accurate, probably not even that, probably something closer to, this isn't particularly relevant from their perspective. None of them are particularly proficient magic workers, and the amount of calamity and chaos we would have to endure as we tried to explain the entire situation and why it really isn't a problem as long as we don't try and leave the city, which we weren't planning on trying to do anyway. It's just far easier to go a straight line and do what we were planning on doing with the ease afforded by the brand, and then maybe do it before anyone has a concern.
Voracious suddenly nods knowingly and is like, you think that if we tell the twins that we're not allowed to leave, they will start feeling claustrophobic?
I think that anytime you get a group of people together and then you randomly oppose a rule, there's a chance that some people might take again the rule for reasons good or bad, and I don't plan on dying, so...
Fair enough. However, as I said, if it becomes relevant, I am going to fucking tell people.
If it becomes relevant, then the only reason you'll be able to tell them first is because I'm somehow already dead. But I appreciate the thought.
Arrive back at what?
Oh.
Hello?
Sorry, T was just like, "Oh, you're not coming through," so I wasn't clear on how much had come through.
I was managing to have an entire conversation with you.
That last, because you just said something and then Kate responded and none of it came through.
Oh.
So what you...
I said that. The only way that Verashis will be telling them first is if Huber's already dead.
Yep.
Yeah, we heard that. At least I heard that.
I heard it.
Oh well, then it's me. Then you're not coming
Mercy.
through on my end at all.
Go away. Yeah. As you arrive back at the hotel, no, Chrissy, out of my room. Go. Go. Come on. Get out of my room. Stop. Quickly. Go. Third time's the charm. As you arrive back at the hotel, you walk in. It's about midday or so. A little after midday. It's not super. Like, there's a couple people in the lobby / dining hall area. The band from the night before is like setting up for their like setting up and running through sound checks for this evening's performance.
What is being set up for lunch?
There's they've wheeled out it looks like a couple mobile hot plates. Not like a hot plate like an individual hot plate, but like a buffet table.
Neat.
They have a couple of them that are on wheels that they've pulled out, and they're offering just a general selection of what appears to mostly be like easily mass cooked breakfast and lunch food.
Love a good bit of easily mass cooked breakfast and lunch food.
Yeah, you know.
Verashis is going to rub his hands together and be like, "Do you want to grab us a table and I'll get you something?"
Absolutely. And he'll just make his way through and grab himself a seat. In fact, gonna go ahead and see if we can grab the same booth that we all managed to fit in last time.
Yeah, it's open. One of the actually, it's not only open. There is someone waiting for you there.
Good
Chef
afternoon.
is there.
Ah, Chef, delightful. Lovely to see you. How can we help you?
I was hoping you would show up. We had a rather interesting dialogue last time we spoke. I wanted to see if the results were replicable.
Well, I can't promise that we'll say exactly the same things that we said last time, but I think we pretty much only spoke on the most basic kind of concept, so we're certainly willing to try.
The contents of the conversation are of little concern. More, I believe the word used is it was pleasant. The interaction was pleasant.
Oh, well, of course. Come sit down, Chef. This is not a problem at all. It's always lovely to see you.
Indeed. Where are your brothers and your sister?
I'm certain they're on the way back. They often are. They'll go away like little birds, and when night falls, sooner or later they'll come back to roost.
I see.
Why?
I wasn't sure if their behavior, their absence was a cause for concern or not.
Oh, certainly not. We've got at least. Well, we'll check with Voracious, but I would think perhaps 5 or 6 hours before it's worth being really concerned. And even then, perhaps not even concerned enough to leave the bar. That's probably sometime tomorrow morning.
I see. Is this a standard amount of time for one to be away from blood relatives?
Well, that's rather dependent on the family, but suffice to say that my brothers and I have spent some considerable time apart. So, being apart for a matter of hours is certainly no particular cause for concern.
I see.
But if you have any concern, I see Varesh is coming now, and 2 of us are at least part of what you're looking for.
Oh. Hello, Chef.
Voracious.
Voracious puts a plate down in front of Hero. It's standard. It's fucking toast, eggs, bacon. Voracious has decided that Hero probably isn't a beans guy and has also brought him a salad.
Good shout.
What can we help you with?
Chef was just saying he finds our company delightful.
Oh,
I didn't
much
say that. I
appreciated,
said
Chef.
pleasant.
In the context of all things, I think we can upgrade it to delightful.
Well, if you think that is a more applicable term, then
Absolutely.
Struck by his conversation being delightful and will apply his own adjectives. You do not need to follow suit if you so wish. It is all a matter of opinion.
These things do tend to be. However, people of incredible taste have informed, I think, all of us that we are absolutely delightful company. It's me. I'm a person of incredible taste.
I gathered. Is Chef just watching us?
Chef is looking between the two of you right now and just says, do Goliath normally taste better than Leonin?
Meant delightful.
I think there might have been more to that sentence that I didn't hear because I just heard the word delightful.
Did I say delicious? I certainly meant delightful. Usually it's not something to consider the relative flavor profiles of different races against one another.
Then why did you invoke the sense of taste?
He means taste in the sense that one one's opinions on style, culture, and other such social matters can be trusted, that they can be trusted to have a correct opinion. Taste is subjective, and yet also frequently very important, especially in the social circles my brother frequents.
I see. One moment. Chef pulls a little writing pad, like the kind that one might use for taking orders in a restaurant, even though he is the chef and not a waiter, and quickly scribbles down the definition of the word taste that you just gave him, and then puts the pad on the table. Thank you. That is new information.
Of course, not a problem.
How long have you been taking notes on these little frivolities of sentient interaction?
One second. Oh, that's neat. Every month in Eberron is exactly 4 weeks long. And a week
That's
is
pretty
exactly
standard for
7.
fantasy worlds, I'd say. Like, it's either that or like a moon long, but people just tend to be like, what if the calendar wasn't stupid?
What if time made sense?
Time makes sense.
I know.
Why?
Imagine such a thing.
12 times 28 times 21. 7,056 days and 14 hours.
How many days did you figure out are in an Eberonian year? It's 52 weeks in a year. I'm assuming it's then exactly 52.
Oh, I just did 12 months times 28 days. So it's 336 days. So their years are actually slightly shorter than ours.
So what did you say? 7,000?
7,056 days and 14 hours.
Divided by 3. Did you say 336 for a year?
Yep.
Voracious squints for a moment and then says, so about the time the war ended.
Technically, though the Treaty of Thronehold was signed that year, the war did not end until the year after. However, with the treaty signing, Warforged such as I were granted amnesty from conflicts committed and given certain privileges normally afforded only to mortal kind. I have been learning ever since.
Makes sense. Learn anything interesting?
I have learned many interesting things. I learned culinary skills from I learned culinary skills from a series of traveling chefs from all across the globe. I learned combat techniques from an orcish instructor in the Eldine Reaches. I learned to hunt using undead hounds during my time in Karnath. I learned how to ride horses from the elves of Valinar. I learned how to farm from peasants in Thrain. I I have learned many things in my life.
You've had a very busy 21 years.
It's easy to find time to do things when one does not stop to sleep or eat.
I mean, that's fair enough.
Yes, but when work can be a choice, I perfectly understand your occupation.
I do
So-
like this.
So you have chosen this work. You learned the skills, of course, but you've learned many skills. Why choose to work here as a chef specifically?
I find the routine use of non-combat skills to be pleasant. However, this particular job is merely one of convenience. The owner the owner needed a chef, and I had the skills of one, and he was amenable to my joining his staff. I imagine I will work here for some years to come. Eventually, I will find different work. I will travel again, perhaps.
Well, then I think I'll have to commend you. Not many people, when given a life, would immediately go out and live one. It's quite impressive.
Certainly.
I find that it is simply what must be done. This is not a topic many Warforged like to bring up, but we were made to perform tasks. And even given the freedom that we have, there is a certain drive within us to not have idle.
I mean,
No,
many people have that too. They just tend to occupy themselves in different ways. The drive to be active and occupied is not necessarily something that you should be viewing with any kind of suspicion.
even if it is a facet of how you were made, by complete coincidence, it sets you among good fellows with, I think, almost all of the mortal races. If mortality meant to be content with idleness, art would not exist, architecture would not exist, any kind of work would not exist. People would simply be. They would eat when they needed to eat, they would sleep when they needed to sleep, and yet we weave, we paint, we invent sport. We do. There's nothing wrong with doing.
I hadn't thought about it from the perspective of a mortal.
It's handy sometimes to put oneself in another man's shoes. Not literally speaking, of course.
I'm familiar with that euphemism.
Right. Don't choose.
With that simile, metaphor.
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 Rashes will fucking have some bacon and toast.
I will admit I also have a slight ulterior motive for wishing to join you for your midday meal today.
I'm not going to lie, Chef. I think we had more or less deducted that that might be the case.
It has come to my attention that you are performing an act of service for the town in the form of searching for the culprit behind the missing cadavers.
Yep.
I will be forthright in saying this. I have a request, and it is a selfish one.
Yes.
I would like to aid you.
Very well.
Well, certainly pleased to consider it, but it is somewhat customary to offer a little bit more explanation when one makes an unexpected request of this kind.
I am, in the eyes of many in this town, a weapon of war. They do not trust me. I don't know how many Warforged you've met, but it is a common sentiment among mortal populations that we are still dangerous, still a danger to them. Which, to an extent, might be true, but only so far as anyone emboldened with free will is a danger to anyone else. I am hoping that if I participate, it will earn me a measure of goodwill with the community that might make my life somewhat more comfortable.
Well, if that's simply all it is, then absolutely. We're not going to turn down an extra pair of hands, especially when they are as adept as yours. So it's possibly worth highlighting that it's very likely that these lines of investigation and action will not be without their consequence. And that while being an instrumental part of dealing with these issues might endear you to someone in the community, there is a certain visual that might cause you issue if you are involved in some of the less clean aspects of what is perhaps to come.
My brother means we intend to pursue the culprits with some aggression, and you have already expressed your disdain for participating in the arts of combat, given the reputation posed to warforged such as yourself. You can, however, help us in other ways.
My disdain is for the art of war. There is a difference between fighting and doing war.
Very well.
I will never again set foot on a battlefield. But if through the use of my skills, I can bring some measure of calm to the community I am currently a part of, I see no reason why I can't participate.
Well, for certain, sure. I think that is perhaps a very admirable way of looking at things.
I would advise there is no guarantee this will make people look upon you favorably.
There is no guarantee of anything in this life.
Vrashus just nods, like, so long as you're okay with that, then I have no problem with letting you join in our task. Although I suppose we shall have to consult our siblings first.
I rather suspect, however, that when we point out that you would like to help us as a way of dealing with some of the issues you have with the local dregs, shall we say, that might be something that our family is rather inclined to support rather than gainsay. Which is to say, don't worry terribly about it. I'm sure it'll be fine.
Ah. Yes. Excellent. Well, I will have some preparations to take care of then. I'll have to have Cart call in one of my apprentices to cover to man the kitchen for the evening. I don't suppose we have any leads currently, do we?
We do, but it is perhaps best practice to share all of that information when we are together rather than piecing it out one individual at a time.
Then perhaps after you've eaten, we should go and find your brothers.
I expect they'll join us here in due time, but if they don't, we shall find them surely. Probably by sticking our head out of the door and shouting, hear ye, where's your nearest arsehole? Certainly turn up one or two of them, I imagine.
I'm interested.
Garrett's ears prick up.
Really? And which one do you think it would turn up?
It rather depends on who's closest, I imagine.
That's not fair. Your sister seems fairly pleasant.
Oh no, I'm simply talking about summoning my brothers. If I wanted to summon Einan, I would simply step outside and announce that I have suddenly and unexpectedly lost any capacity to play 3-dragon ante whatsoever, and that I am woefully unprepared for anyone to play me in any particular game of cards, and she will teleport to my side and thoroughly fleece me for everything in my possession, I would imagine. I'm very proud.
Oh, again. I hope you enjoy your meals. I will go and see if I can't rustle up the old, God, where did I even leave my sword?
Most people tend to hang them on walls, or I think the most poetic option is to bend them into plowshares. I don't know if I ever actually saw one bent into a plowshare. I think most people just went and got their old plowshare.
I'd suggest looking in the fireplace. I believe they can make fine pokers if you're so inclined, or perhaps the woodshed, if there's a chance that someone's been using it as an axe. But if that's the case, it would require quite a bit of tender, loving care to put it back in service. Though even a blunt sword can be used to dismember if wielded with enough force.
I might need to go buy a sword. Enjoy your meals. I will find you when I'm ready.
Good afternoon, Chef. Have a good one.
And with unless the two of you have anything else you'd like to do, I believe we're going to move back to
No, as he leaves, he was going to wait for him to be thoroughly out of earshot, and then go, well, if I was a suspicious sort, I would be eyeing that particular turn of good favor with some kind of paranoia. Thankfully, I've never been known to have a suspicious thought in my life, and so I have absolutely no concerns whatsoever about his sudden driving need to provide us support not 2 minutes after we met the acquaintance of some rather weird people. Multiple weird people, in fact. I'm sure it's fine.
Verashis looks up from his food, raises an eyebrow at Hero, and just goes, uh-huh. And then goes back to eating.
And
He's watching Hero talk himself in circles like, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. And Brash is just like, yeah.
Let me know where you land on that one, bud. Don't worry about it.
And we go back to Einen, Yot, Archie, and Garrick. Standing outside the cafe, trying to decide if they're gonna steal this dude's fucking ankle or not.
I feel like we should put it to the group at the same time. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of up for it.
Look, I'm.
So,
Oh,
what was that?
Yeah, Discord ate that. Archie.
Discord ate that? That's fine. I
Yeah.
misspoke anyway. Listen, little brother. I don't know. I got a bad feeling about this one. In my professional opinion, I think we take her back to 25 gold. It ain't worth it. I don't want to go back to jail.
Yeah, well, me neither. We could at least, scout the joint, figure out if it's gonna be a problem.
I mean, it's a public cafe. It's probably going to be a problem. Yeah, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a peek. Well, it can't hurt to scope around.
Scout the joint.
I'm gonna go
We
buy
can
a
scout the
coffee
joint.
and just sort of surreptitiously scout the joint. Oh yeah. It's about time you learn. Take a
sure,
look around. Just buy
you're
yourself
innocent
a
looking.
coffee. Yeah.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
Buddy, you got the funds.
I'll give you 5 gold.
That's gonna buy a nice fucking cup of coffee.
Well, you could bring us some too. I could go for a coffee.
He had strawberry chapstick on.
Godspeed, soldier.
Iden, you walk into the coffee shop, into the cafe. It's it's got the decor is a little dated. It definitely looks like whoever opened this place opened it in the early years of the war, possibly based on some of the artwork hanging on the walls. The owner's probably like a dwarf. You see. Actually, I don't know how much Aina knows about art coming from a farm community in the middle of fucking nowhere. You see a lot of art depicting dwarves. The only thing dwarves ever do in art: digging and drinking. Diggy hole. There's a handful of people sitting at various tables scattered throughout the cafe, one of whom is very obviously Garrick and Archie's target, because he is sitting and has he's sitting He has a helmet, a shield, and a short sword on top of the table. And because of his armor, he seems to barely fit in the booth. And he's sipping on what appears to be like just a straight 2 shots of espresso with nothing in it. Is a very stern gaze. The kind of gaze that could crack a stone wall if need be.
Those are my favorite type of gaze.
Yeah.
Hey.
And standing at the counter, ready to take your order is a. Let me pull up my random D&D character generator.
The person behind the bar just randomly cycles through a variety of races and genders. Oh God, what's happening to me?
A brown-skinned shifter woman. For those of you who don't know, Eberron has its own native population of humans descended from lycanthropes. They're known as shifters. They're mostly people-like, except for a couple of small animal characteristics, and also their ability to shapeshift into whatever their lycanthropic ancestor is. She had, go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh.
What'd you get? 4?
First roll of the game, I was hoping it was going to be a good one.
You can't tell. She has very distinctive sharp features. Mostly what you get is that she's really pretty. Also, I do have an image.
Oh no.
Because this website that I used probably stole this from the internet, but
I think I use the same site you use, and that it does grab random images off the internet.
Okay.
Or
it actually has a character art source button.
Huh.
Excellent. Excellent. Cool. You know what? I actually like that. So here is the art source. Just ignore all of the actual fantasy bits because this is a woman living in a city who is not an adventurer. Hi, can I get something for you? Right. What do I reckon? I mean, I am partial to sweeter drinks. I like. I honestly have a bit of a soft spot for our. Do pumpkins exist on Eberron? Ow, fact check me. Do pumpkins?
There's, as far as I can tell, the world building did not really extend to like weird flora and fauna. So just go with pumpkins probably exist.
Okay. Well, we've got this new drink. The recipe actually is fairly new for us. I'm sure other people have had it, but the owner got a shipment of spices in from the equator, and we using them. A coffee tastes like you're eating pie. It's a coffee that tastes like a pie and is really good. I don't, it's the same seasonings that go in the pie. Are they for your friends who are staring at you through the window?
We are not that obvious. We are criminals.
Right. Well, unfortunately, it's it's the when did paper
Points.
cups-
Someone was about to say it's the 1920s.
Actually, modern paper cups used for takeaway coffee were invented in 1907. Takeaway cups exist.
That's not allowed.
Why not?
That ain't right.
What do you?
That ain't right. It's already fucked up enough that we had jeans in like the 1800s. I refuse to accept that we had paper coffee.
I challenge history itself.
And I'll win because all those.
I've seen Monty Python's Life of Brian. I know that we were selling otters' noses out of little paper cups. I believe it.
Ocelot's nipples.
She says, "Oh yes, absolutely. I can absolutely do those to go for you." She like waves her hand and in like a little sparkle of magic just conjures up 3 perfectly generic cups. Oh, did you like that? That right there, that's my college dissertation. That's my yeah, that's 6 years of study and 4 years of magical research. Perfectly generic cups. She goes about making your coffees, pours them into the conjured cups, puts them in like a little fake, puts them in a little fantasy cardboard cup holder, and says, "You might want to drink those fast, though. The cups only stick around for about an hour, so." Well, of course it is. I'm not out here serving overcooked coffee. It's temped perfectly, 145 degrees Fahrenheit. It's perfectly drinkable. I promise. Also, this one, she points at a specific cup. This one is yours. Yeah.
That's the gayest thing I've ever said.
Yeah, but that one's yours. Oh God, right. Oh no. Let's see. You got a fancy drink. Um so I 3 fancy drinks. Let's call it 8 copper. You're welcome. Thank you. That's very generous. Bye. Oh, he's gone. Yeah, he left. In fact, the twins watched him leave about halfway through that interaction with what was her name? It gave me a name. No, I know, but the fucking website gave me a name. I'm not fucking calling her that website.
Oh God, what did
Rand.
the
Just
name?
named her Stripe.
Oh no, it's because shifters are either named like a racist caricature of a Native American person or named after a single attribute. You're gonna have to just give her a name.
All right, well, fantasy.
It's literal. The fucking handbook is like, yeah, they're normally named like an attribute or an adjective, and sometimes it can have a qualifier, so they can be named like Little Badger or something. I'm like, oh my God. Have a modicum of decorum. You are a book that did not come out in 2003. You have no excuse.
Her name on her name tag was Inestra.
Oh, that's cute.
But yeah, you make your way back outside. The twins and Yoda there.
That's okay, Ike, but how did you lose track of him? It was it's kind of a small establishment. What happened?
Lost in the molten gold eyes of a pretty woman.
You talked to the pretty girl, huh?
What's her name?
Oh,
You didn't ask her.
That's a pretty name.
That's no. That's a very pretty name. It's a very pretty name. All right. Okay, we're definitely gonna have to come back here tomorrow because you don't want to. Well, not tomorrow. The next day. What? So you can talk to the pretty girl again. Not tomorrow. That'll seem too eager. Wait a day. Just looks at his brother.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we can wait a day.
Why? What do you think? You got a better plan? Like, what would your plan be?
I did have an idea.
What's your idea? Let's hear. Let's hear.
As he's describing the idea, this music plays, and a kind of like choppy Ocean's 11 kind of vibe. He's like, all right, first off, I walk into the cafe. I cast minor illusion behind the girl at the coffee machine, make a noise like the machine's going haywire. She turns around, she doesn't see me come in. I come in, I sit down next to the guy. I cast minor illusion on myself to give myself the same helmet as him. I make some excuse about how I'm running late, I didn't have time to put the full uniform on. I tell him I'm there for his tune-up, for his artificial ankle. I say I only need to take it for a couple minutes, I bring it right back. I cast friends on him. Hopefully that gives me enough artificial rapport with him that he says, yeah, sure, here you go. I'm here for, not half hour anyway. What's the difference? I'm gonna be sat here. I walk out with the ankle, got free.
Oh, I think hold on a minute. I think I was saying we should come back in another day or so Aiden can talk to the pretty girl behind the bar.
Oh, sure, yeah, we can do that too.
That's the plan I was asking about. If you had a better idea. Or I guess you could be brazen and go back in and ask her out. Right here, right now.
You could.
All right.
Einen, have you picked up your coffee yet? When you took your coffee out of the tray, the part of it that was hidden in the tray has what appears to be a sending stone frequency on it.
Oh my God, she gave you a number.
That's fantastic. Well done. Good job, kid. We'll get one. We'll get one. Don't worry. We'll get you a sending stone. We can get you a sending stone. Yeah. Also, brother, I don't know if you remember, but just points down that the guy's already walked that way while we were waiting for Aiden. He's gone.
God damn it.
I say we just take the 25 gold back and be like, look, fine doing business with you, but what you're paying is not worth the job.
I'm leaning towards that, but at the same time, like, what's going to be the consequences of going back on this deal? Like, we walk in there and say, we're not doing this for you. They think they're just going to say, oh, sure, yeah, we'll just wait for the next guy.
I mean, that's the way we do it back home, but, everybody, well, you do a job, but you don't lie to people by omission, right? She should have been upfront about the fact that it was the god captain. That's a bit of a setup, so it's already bad play.
What? Yeah, you're right. They fucked us.
They did fuck us, and I'll tell you what, brother. I think if there's any kind of consequence,
not a speaking stone, Al, a sending stone.
Yeah, do we have one? Okay.
No, we don't have one of those.
A sending stone is an item that allows you to just cast the sending spell to another sending stone it's paired to.
Brother, here's my plan, and maybe it's a bit straightforward. You got to tell me, all right? You're the smart one.
Sure. The jazz music intensifies.
Yeah. So, it's not that kind of a complicated plan. As the jazz music kind of goes, as it. Step 1, we go turn in the money. Step 2, if she's shitty about it, I give it a warning. And the warning is this: she sends anybody after us, I'm gonna kill them, then I'm gonna find her, and I'm gonna kill her. And that's the end of it. End the plan. So, like, if they send nobody after us, we're fine. If they send somebody after us, we kill them and we kill her.
Your plans are so simple compared to mine, but they're always better somehow.
I don't know about better. You had a masterful plan. Had he still been sitting there, we should have done it just so I could see you do it.
Yeah, I should have talked. I talked too much. I should have just done it.
It's all right. It's okay. But hey, we need to get a sending stone for our dear sister here as well.
Right, sure.
Let's take this 25 gold back, give it to her. We don't want to delay on that. And then we'll head back.
Maybe they got a sending stone we could buy, smooth things over a little bit.
let's see if we can find a legitimate one. I don't know if we need to get one of the we don't need a jailbroken sending stone, you know.
That's true.
Let's carry
you
the
can
man
get
contraband, you
You
know.
can get in trouble for having one of those things.
Yeah, big sending stone will get you.
Hear what? Oh, I got the sense that somebody was searching for the biggest asshole they could find.
Yeah, wait a minute. Now that you say that, I get a sense somebody just called me an asshole. And they're looking for me. Holy shit. Huh.
This is weird.
That's weird.
We should go back and tell everybody about...
Me in whispers real quick.
Who?
Am I in hell? Einan.
You were for a second.
Einan, would you join me in whispers for a moment? Hi. After you ask the twins if they heard that, and they start to bullshit about hearing someone ask for the biggest asshole they know, your lamp begins to pour smoke out of it. And and as the smoke settles onto the ground, you realize that time has slowed to a crawl. And you hear a voice say, I suppose it's about time we actually talked. What's up, kid? You need a sending stone? And a whole genie materializes out of the smoke. Hi. I mean, I got a lot of things I can give you, kid, but you know the deal. You get three things. I mean, I want to just give it to you, kid, but that's not really how the game's played, you know? But I can't break the rules, but I can bend them for you a little bit if you're willing to do a little quid pro quo. I've been in this lamp a really long time. Like a really, really long time. Like I remember the last time I was here, there wasn't a lake over there. Really long time. So I could give you a sending stone as a small wish, and we could not count it against your big wishes, if, follow me on this, you take the lamp to the beach before you leave town, and you just give it a good old rub and then leave it there for like 2-3 hours. Yeah, no one will take it. Don't worry. I just want to chill on the beach for a little bit. Get my feet wet, relax, stretch the legs. You know how it is. Excellent. Sounds like it's a deal. And he holds his hand out for you to shake. I mean, that's what a wish is, but you don't want to use a wish. He takes your hand, shakes it once, and when he pulls his hand away, there is a perfectly smooth, polished stone in the palm of your hand. And he says, don't forget though, before you leave town, I want like 2 hours on the beach by myself. 2 hours. Yeah, if you're at like a different part of the beach, that's fine. 2 hours. Have you not note the bottle just kind of follows you, kid? Have you not noticed that? No. You're stuck with me, kid. Until you use those 3 wishes, um, um, I'm stuck to you like glue. Anyways, don't fuck this up. Bye. The smoke, he like vanishes down into the smoke, and the smoke gets sucked back up into the lamp. And time grinds back into motion as the boys continue to talk about bullshit. All right, back to General. And we're back.
Hey, Kate, would you like to make your point?
Hey, query.
Answer.
Why are we all in whispers?
No reason.
Hey, hey, Harley, put yourself on mute and shout real loud for me for a sec. Would you please, bud?
That makes sense.
That makes slightly more sense.
That makes slightly more sense, except for all the times that M doesn't get to go into whispers.
So why did I just mute and then start shouting?
We were implying that you guys are in the same house. You didn't have to go into whispers.
I'm in a different room.
We don't.
Also, I'm in a whole different room.
I have never been dragged into whispers. B, if T dragged me into whispers, they would have a point because I am in a different apartment.
Yeah, but T and Kate have gone into whispers.
Have you gone into whispers?
We'll do that, yeah.
Yeah, no, we just talk shit on the random. That's true. Oh, that's fine. That's yep. Mm-hmm.
Look down and go, Oh shit! Where'd you get that? Insight check.
Insight. Yeah, go.
Insight check. Does Archie get advantage for the fact that Einen was a couple of seconds ago being like, "Where am I supposed to get a sending stone?"
Achoo! I found one behind your ear. What a fucking shock! Off we go.
Go ahead and give me your insight check. M, you did not send that to all chat in. Okay. Einen is being evasive about something.
Okay, just pocket in that for later.
You asked, how do I use this? And when you did, you realized you know how to use the sending stone.
Sugar, so okay, you gotta hold it up, and you gotta, but we'll call her later. You don't want to call her while she's at work. That's gonna seem really too eager. We'll call it a night, okay? Well, you'll call it a night. We're not gonna call it a night. You are.
Also, you
Well, we can be there for you if you want. But...
Oh,
yeah, close to like 40 minutes at this point. Probably.
Hold on. Shit. Hold on. What have I got in my pack? Hold on.
I'm just gonna drink mine right now.
Sorry. Einen, when I said you know how to use a sending stone, you know how to program her frequency into it.
I was gonna take out a dagger and just start like carving it into the leather on my backpack. We're gonna save this number, baby. We're getting this down.
Due to the involvement of shards of Dragon Shard in the creation of Eberronian sending stones, they're no longer limited to just their paired stone. Instead, each stone has a unique magical signature that, if you know the signature, allows you to speak to that stone. The limit is that they can only do one stone at a time. Like a phone.
That was a very nice bit of horseshitting. I'm impressed.
It's canon, baby.
All of it's fake.
It's true. I'm just impressed by the degree of like confidence with which he made something up.
It's almost like I do this a lot. It's
a lot of practice.
Oh, also, all three
walk and drink.
All three of you who are drinking your coffees, please roll D100s for me.
Mm.
Uh,
85. It was a very good year.
87.
So it's a really good, it's like a really well-made, essentially pumpkin spice mocha. Tragically, it's too sweet for Archie and Einen. Garrick loves it.
Oh, that's very sweet. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow, this is good. This is really good.
It's like drinking syrup.
It has been my life's dream to drink syrup.
It's been my life's.
I feel like I'm gonna have to brush my teeth about 18 times after I drink this, but god damn, it's delicious. Wait, you don't like it? You don't like yours?
It's all right. It's a bit sweet for my taste. I'm more of a savory person.
Hey,
You know.
hey, if you don't want it, pour it in here, brother. I'll take it off.
No,
your
I'm gonna
hands.
finish it. I want the caffeine. It's not bad.
cool.
It's just a little too
Sure,
sweet.
yeah.
That's all.
All right. Yeah, fair enough.
Person who doesn't need the caffeine most in the entire party. The monk. I need the caffeine. I want to be able to vibrate hard enough that I can taste stars.
I can see into the future, brother.
Anybody who drinks their entire coffee has advantage on their next initiative check.
Cool.
On advantage on their next initiative check, as long as that initiative check happens in this in-game day.
D&D
Yeah,
is a
that's fair.
fantasy world where all kinds of crazy things can happen, including coffee being good for you.
Coffee is good for you. It's just not good for you in large quantities consistently.
However, I will say a fun fact about coffee. Coffee hydrates you just about as much as water. So for all of those people who get told, you got to drink water, not coffee, coffee doesn't count. It in fact scientifically does.
The only liquid you can drink that dehydrates you is alcohol.
And even then, it's dependent on quite a lot of things as to how much.
That's definitely not true. The fucking strawberry and lime flavored waters that they sell in like every shop definitely dehydrate you. They're tasty, but they leave your mouth feeling like sandpaper.
So where are the three of you going again?
Gonna go give the money back.
Yeah, go
Right.
25 gold back. Because the 20, because I have it listed separately. 25 gold is how much she was going to give us to do this job. That was the extra. Otherwise, we would just get the normal 375 for what we were purchasing or what we sold the necklaces for.
Right. You three make your way back, or you four, Yote is there. Make your way back to the Thieves' Exchange. As soon as you enter in, you notice two things. One, there's far fewer people here than there was previously. And two, that's the captain of the guard speaking to the woman you just were paid by to steal his foot.
Brother, what the fuck?
And I would like all three of you to make a perception check.
Yep.
Perception. I had a lot of coffee.
Holy shit. Good job, brother.
Garrick, now that they're right next to each other, you're noticing that they look distressingly familial. They have the same eyes. They have very similar noses. Same general face shape. Hers is a little softer than his. But if you were a betting man, which you are, you would give very good odds that she is in some way, shape, or form kin with this man.
Brother, if I was a betting man, which I am,
Which you are.
I would put good money on that person being somewhat related to the other.
You know, now that you mention it, holy shit.
Look at the features, right?
The features, they're both extremely attractive.
Why the fuck would she? Yes, that is true.
That's the only trait she had. She was a criminal and she was attractive. That's all the god told us last time.
Sure.
All right? That's all the description I got of this one.
She got a token, didn't she?
Well, I'm not God. I just get bored. Although I haven't made the barista yet because I'm still rendering the fucking 3 sky pirates I made. Don't worry about it.
Oh my god, she
Looks
has
something like
features.
this.
Oh yeah, that was her. Yeah. Yes, okay, they're both very physically attractive, but that's not the point. The point is, why the fuck would she send me after someone that she's related to? And if she's doing that, why are they here talking to each other? I don't understand the dynamic here. Do you think they set us up?
I think this is definitely maybe a test, maybe a setup, maybe a grudge between them. I don't know, but we're about to go find out.
Yeah, I feel like we should approach this situation very carefully. I don't want to. I don't want to dig too deep into a subterfuge, but if need be, I could try and skim the surface of their.
Let me try doing the talking this time. Let me try for. I think I can
Sure.
do it. I think I can do
Yeah.
it. And then
No, you can absolutely.
you pull me back. You pull me back. You know.
They're trying to kill us, Morty.
You pull me back if you think I'm doing anything wrong. Right?
They're gonna come after us, Morty. They're gonna kill us, Morty. Oh, gee, I don't want to steal an ankle.
Not a Morty. I need it.
All right, let's. I feel like we should go
Yeah, I'll
talk
talk to her.
carefully.
Okay,
Sure.
walk up and I go. Well, holy shit! How are you both doing today, huh? What a coinky dink.
I'm sorry. Do I know you?
Which one is talking?
The captain of the guard.
No, I don't believe we've met, sir.
No, I don't believe we've met, but we've heard a lot about you from. Hold on, I have her name. We've heard a lot about you from. Is it Kaya? Kaya from here.
Mm.
Is that so? And he turns his head very slowly to look at Kaya, and she just shrugs and says, "What? I thought it would be funny if I sent them to, make your shift interesting."
I knew it. I knew it was a fucking prank.
I would have just gave it back to him when I saw him at dinner.
Yeah, you're lucky. You're lucky my brother negotiated for only 25 gold pieces for this. Or
Well, hold on. My ankle was only worth 25 gold.
yeah, that's
I'm
what I said.
insulted.
You should
That-
be. That's such a low price. You should
That's
be
not what it's
insulted.
worth, but that's what
It's
she
not
was
even
going to pay
entirely
us.
what it's worth. I don't. It's a little fun. I think, and don't worry about it. I think it was just a little fun.
Don't get me
Oh,
wrong.
Having a
I
little
wasn't
fun with the
hurt.
new guys,
Yeah.
And I just kind of
Yeah.
give her a bit of a look of like, that better be the fucking answers that you were just having a little fun with the new guys.
Yeah, we were just having a little bit of fun with the new guys. You were
Yes,
definitely
thanks to that.
you were definitely in no danger ever at any point.
Well,
I'd like to
everybody's
roll insight on that statement.
I'd like to roll insight.
yeah, me too.
Go ahead. Roll insight.
Gotta be proficient in this shit. Holy crap.
Do you have advantage on insight checks? Well, on an 18, a 12, and a 14, this is actually fairly obvious. So all three of you pass this. You would have been thoroughly trounced if it came to a fight between the three of you and this man. I said
If we gone
trounced.
the violent direction, sure, it wouldn't have gone well. But I had a plan to get this done without any violence.
Yeah, no, violence is only the last resort. You never want to start there. Yeah, that's amateurish.
You don't start nothing, there ain't gonna be nothing.
Exactly. How you doing? I'm gonna just look at the captain of the guard and go. By the way, name's Archie. Pleasure to meet you.
I'm not going to remember your name.
Oh, that's all right.
Are you with them? No. Also, no.
My name is Garrick, by the way, and because you specifically said you weren't going to remember it, every time you say that from now on, you're going to remember my name from this conversation.
I'm trying to give you all plausible deniability here.
That's very generous of you. I appreciate that.
Like I'm trying really hard. I'm trying really hard to be a corrupt guard right now. You're making it very difficult for me.
You know what? You're absolutely right. Just out of curiosity, what I don't mean to pry into, what I'm assuming is family business, but what's the deal with you two?
Obviously, she's my sister. She works for the guard.
Down here? She works for the guard down here?
Yeah. It's an undercover operation to ensure that certain valuable objects make their way back to the people who should own them.
And you insight check. Archie's not sure if he's being sarcastic or is really bad at this.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, just immediately being on the street, like, yeah, our undercover operation.
Yeah, no. So can Archie? I don't know if this is insight
Sure.
or
No. Go ahead, do insight.
I have to assume it's him being like, listen, my sister's a fucking criminal, and I just have.
Oh, I've lost everyone.
Yeah.
Hello.
Oh no, there I'm back. Yeah, it's Discord in general. I think
It's
fucky.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone was saying anything at that moment.
No, I don't think anybody. I think So I got a 12 there.
Roll me a perception check as well.
Perception. All right.
Yeah.
21.
Archie, as you realize that this man is being 100% honest with you, you feel that you get that in trouble.
Hold on, you just went to hell.
Am I back?
There you go. Yeah, we got you now.
As you realize that this man is being 100% truthful with you, you get that immediate "oh, we're in trouble" kind of feeling as the skin, the hairs on the back of your necks like kind of stand up, and you look around and you realize that the 7 or 8 people that are in this room with you, in the Thieves Exchange with you, they're all watching you. And you realize that the reason why he's so willing to tell you about this particular operation is because everybody in this room is a part of it.
Do you say that out loud? Not very out of the loop. Why would you loop us in, friend? Seems a bit odd. You just met us.
I did just meet you.
Yeah.
However, I know that you were involved in an altercation on the train coming in from the north, or on the southbound train. I know that you were deputized under suspicious conditions by a road warden who was operating on the southbound train. I know that you're here with 4 of your siblings trying to find your missing father, and I am aware that you...
When did we tell anyone that? We asked. I think we asked Cart if he'd heard of our dad, and that was
Yeah.
it.
So shh. You're not here, but Archie definitely is gonna have a conversation with Cart after this.
And I'm aware that you recently sold possibly stolen jewelry for slightly more than it's worth. The reason I'm telling the jewelry was stolen. It wasn't yours to sell.
It's called plausible deniability.
My man cost. Um, and the reason why I'm telling all of you this is because I also know that you're not going to cause problems for me in my city, because chances are you will be gone very soon. Is that correct?
I mean, maybe so, but as far as I'm aware, what we're currently doing in your city is, well, I guess your job, because we're actually here to find out what's happening to all the missing bodies, which no.
Ate the last of that tea.
What was the last thing you heard?
Last of the earth.
bodies.
Looking for the bodies.
Yeah, we're looking for the bodies that have been disappearing, and apparently nobody else can find them.
Which isn't to say that you haven't been doing your job. I mean, obviously you're very perceptive. I'm beginning to understand why you're the captain of the guard.
Why are you looking for? Wait, are you actually adventurers?
Of course. What did you think we were?
Well, I thought you were deputized.
We were deputized
Oh.
on the train.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, the whole
No,
deputy
that
thing,
wasn't.
that's a secondary concern.
He looks. He's like, I have had people tailing the six of you since you got off that train. You're actually. Oh my god, that's a terrible misuse of manpower.
What? Why?
6 individuals with access to weapons and magic committed murder on a train and then were deputized by a road warden I've never heard of? I assumed you were spree killers or something.
Well,
Slow the fuck down. It was self-defense. We were attacked. I got shot.
Yeah. BL don't use weapons or magic. But also, interesting point you just made. Now, hold on. Let's all calm down. I know I was the one to start getting a little heated, but hold on. What do you mean you never heard of that, he's called a road warden? You never heard of him before?
Yeah, I've never. I mean, I hadn't heard of him at the time. I have someone looking into him now, but it's hard to keep track of adventurers. They move around a lot. Information can be spotty.
I was gonna say, is it unusual for you not to know who the road wardens are on the train? No.
I mean, the road wardens are, by my reckoning, the 3rd largest heroes guild on the continent.
Oh, okay.
So there's a lot of them. Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I
Yes.
just wanted to make sure it wasn't that we weren't being hoodwinked. You know, maybe I was worried there for a second.
No,
Maybe we'd been falsely, yeah.
Identity
Sorry.
for realizing we've been hoodwinked is long past. Bro.
Yeah. I mean, we might. I think we're being. It leads down to Einen and just kind of whispers. I think we're being yanked 5 different fucking directions. I think we're being hoodwinked. All right, multiple different ways. We'll figure it out in a minute. Well, I suppose I'll save you all a little time. I do have a bit of a former career in illicit things, so you're probably going to turn up in your little search that I was in prison for a little bit. But yeah, no, trying to do the adventuring thing now.
Okay.
Just in this,
such a headache.
honest, just wanted to be honest.
Sure, we keep our hands clean as long as we can.
All right, and you said you're You said you're looking into the missing cadavers?
Yeah,
Okay.
we had a couple of people. Well, the two of you were. Our brother here is teaching our little sister how to shoot. Just so she can a little bit more learn to defend herself. But a couple of our other siblings, as I'm sure you people will tell you, is they've been on active duty. We were on a procurement for fund procurement to sort of get us started. Shh.
Right.
Quiet,
right.
the adults are
Well,
talking.
well,
If he's
it
telling us, he
is-
knows all of this already.
Well, if you are actually, well, one moment, can I? Do you have your guild tags?
Oh yeah, and I reach in and I'll summon 3 of them from the bag of holy, because it seemed to be very confusing as to who took theirs and who didn't. So I don't know, but I know at least Archie's and our
I presume Veracious and Hero must have taken at least
yeah.
one, because we're going to be asking people questions, and the obvious answer to that is, and why the fuck would I tell you?
I have at least 3 in the back.
Oh no, we established we took some.
Yeah, you took your 2. I think everybody else's are in here. You have yours. There's 3, and just but drop, and I'll just show them to him.
Okay. He points at one of the other people in the room. Come here. Fucking do your wibbly divination thing on their tags. He does a wibbly divination thing on the tags, and they glow like a soft blue, and he's like, shit, okay, you are road wardens. Fuck.
It's an older code, sir, but it checks out.
All right. Well, official policy of the passage guard, or of the official policy of the city of Passage is that adventurers should be, generally speaking, left alone to perform their activities. You do a lot less property damage that way, generally speaking. I'm not saying you're going to do property. I just mean in general, if you try to stop adventurers from doing adventurer things, sometimes they blow things up.
No, I understood what you were saying. I don't. We're not particularly into property damage anyway.
I'm gonna get the word out to my people following your other siblings that you're actually here to do legitimate work.
Oh, I appreciate that very much.
Yeah, no.
And listen, as long as if you find out what's going on with those missing cadavers, I'm gonna make sure that stolen jewelry just goes away.
Sir, it sounds like you got yourself a deal.
Okay. Well, I have about 100 phone calls to make.
Yeah,
so sorry, stone calls to make.
It's called a far-sending stone, or phone for short.
Yeah, phone. Phone. I like that. No, I got about 100 stone calls to make.
Oh no, don't let us keep in your way. Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
well,
before we leave, brother, there's the matter of
yes. You're 25 gold. Services weren't rendered.
Sure.
It just sets us on the table.
You can keep it.
We don't take gold that we didn't earn.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Sure, I guess. It's the city's gold. It's not.
Oh, well, in that case, Einan, it's all yours.
Sure. Middle ground.
I love that Einan has just decided, like, things I need in the world. Money.
If I were a rich man.
I had to live in this stupid farming community with a stupid barter economy, and none of these people want my chickens.
None of these.
I'll just have to find alternative means.
Oh, and on top of that, Garrett reaches into his coin bag and pulls like 4 gold out, and he gives it to I've forgotten her name. It's Kaya.
Kaya.
Yeah, he gives the 4 gold to Kaya. And he's like, "Consider this a bacchanal fee. You know, get yourself a nice bottle of wine at dinner." Huh?
At dinner?
Yeah, you know, dinner. He looks at Archie, looks back at her, looks at Archie.
Oh
again.
yeah, she's Archie like rubs his forehead a little bit.
I kind of figured after all of this you wouldn't want to go to dinner. Do you still want to go to dinner?
Yeah, my brother would love to still go to dinner.
Hold on. Which of you am I taking to which of you is coming to dinner?
You're too young. Slaps your hand. Yeah, stop it, kid.
I just want the
Einen voice like, "Oh, we're food?
Oh,
Are we
you
gonna
what?
go eat
Hold on.
that?
No,
Hungry."
looks at Einen, talk when after Einen's like, "Oh, I'll go." Da, da, da. Archie's like, "Don't make me ask them more about your little barista, all right? I'll embarrass you in front of everybody. Don't make me do it. I know how to be a big brother."
Archie, so Garrick sends just like a little burst of telepathy to Archie. That's just like, "You can tell you're not hungry. It's okay. You can back out if you want."
Archie sends a little burst and tell me back. I thought you wanted to take her out. Wait, hold on a minute.
All right, if that's the way you want it. And he turns back around. He's like, "My brother seems hesitant. I think he already ate a lot at the buffet we were at." But,
No, wait a minute. I'm confused now.
When did we go to the buffet?
I mean, don't. You know what? We already have to talk about you agreeing to a job for 25 gold.
Me?
So no
Not
dinner?
you. I eat dinner with you all the time. I don't know. I'll explain later. How's that sound?
Sure, whatever.
No, her. I'm talking to her.
I just need to know if we're doing this or not, because I also have to very quickly sterilize this entire room because the Thieves Exchange changes place every day. So
that's a good idea. Look, what's the place we're staying at?
the Gold Dragon.
Look, we're staying at the Gold Dragon. Let's just why don't you meet me over there? I'll buy you a drink.
Okay.
All right.
What time?
What time is it now?
It's like probably about 2:30-ish in the afternoon.
Say 8.
8? Okay. I'll meet you at the Gold Dragon at 8.
All right, we'll be there. All right, come on.
All right, well, it's been a pleasure doing business with all of you. We will see you again sometime.
Yeah. Come on, Ian, let's go. Don't forget, just pulls him along. Why you? And then just as it fades out away from us, it's just Archie looks over at Gary. Goes like, "I didn't realize you were trying to set me up. I was confused. I thought you were asking around on a date."
I'm sorry, I didn't make things particularly.
No, that's okay. That's okay. Why are you always trying to set me? I don't like. I can do it and just as they go.
It was an intelligence gathering thing, but now we already gathered the intelligence. I figure, just... Why not just do it anyway, huh?
Yeah, I'll just do it anyway. Why not? Why not? Why not? Why not?
You never know. You might learn something useful. You might learn something interesting.
Yo, 100%. Yeah.
Oh, definitely, sure. What, you weren't listening?
Clearly,
Oh, you always got to be listening. That's the
yeah,
number
clearly
one
it was
rule.
weird that this guy deputized us, like out of the normal field. So weird it made the town guards think that we weren't on the level. They were all very heightened to our presence
Sure.
because of that.
It doesn't seem like it's something that happens every day.
No. Or at all. Which is
What
a
I'm
bit
trying to say is that they're
suspicious.
special.
Well, the circumstances are suspicious. That is true. It also means that now that they know we're on the level, or at least as much as we can be on the level here, they're going to leave us alone a little bit. Though I do think it means for you and I, our little extracurricular activities must cease while we are in this city.
Sure, that makes sense. Although I don't. I mean, we just met this guy. I don't trust for a fact that he's gonna pull his guys off of us. We should still be
Oh,
careful.
hell no. No, we're definitely going to still be tailed.
Sure.
So keep your eyes out, Ian. Now here, we're going to teach you how to look for a tail without looking like you're looking for a tail. Does that make
Sure.
sense? Actually, yeah. So they'll start teaching as we're walking back. They will try to teach Einan how you watch for a tail without like looking around and making it obvious that you look like you're try to impart this as a lesson. But also, are we being tailed?
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I don't know.
I can try.
Internalizing lessons. Yeah.
Einan, as you are all walking back to the Gold Dragon, presumably to meet up with your siblings, you are like a hawk. You are noticing everything. You are seeing every person you walk past. You are eyeing them. You see what they're carrying. You see where they're going. You see what they're doing. You see one second. You see
Clearly now that the rain is gone.
You see where they're going. You see who everyone is. You see what they're carrying. You're watching where they're coming from. You see Inestra doing a coffee pull through the window of the cafe, and her incredibly vibrant golden eyes lock with yours through the window for just a moment. But no, you're not being tailed.
All right, that's good.
all
You're
right.
noticing
That
stuff.
car.
You're taking
Taking
things in.
into account.
Good. All right, you got it.
No, that's
It's
okay.
okay.
That's
It
okay.
happens
Just
the
breathe.
first time.
Yep,
Sure,
just breathe.
Take it easy.
Yeah. Deep breaths. There you go. There you go.
This is like a muscle. You know, it's gonna hurt the first couple of times, but the more you do it, the less you're gonna have to think about doing it. Eventually, you're gonna do it without even thinking. It's just
Yeah.
gonna be natural. It's gonna be a natural state of being.
And also, as you do it, you learn which things to tune out, what behaviors, what item. You learn to tune out some things that aren't useful for you in the moment. But that's
Sure.
like I said, it's all practice. But
Look
for
what
your
you
first
did.
time, it was fantastic.
Absolutely. Those who can't do teach, right?
Look at what you did. You fucked up a perfectly good little sister. Look at it. It's got anxiety.
We turn her into a criminal fucking mastermind.
Did you just say I can't do it, brother? Brother of mine?
I'm not saying you can't do it.
Okay.
I'm just, you know.
Insight check. No. She's okay. All right. Just kind of eyeing his brother.
That's all I'm saying.
That's true. Our skill sets are different. That is very true.
To be honest, I never been really good at the whole taking stuff in. If I'm looking at one person, I can tell you everything about that person. I can tell you what they had for breakfast.
No, you're great with people. You're great with people.
Sure,
Much better than I am.
But if I don't know that person's there, yeah, good fucking luck. I'll get distracted by cats, shiny objects, whatever.
I'm okay at knowing about the people around us and the people that are there. I'm better at either hitting those people or hiding from those people, one or the other. Or scaring those people. I'm good at that too.
Sure. It's like the difference between a missile and a carpet bomb, you know? I'm just, my brother is very, very good with crowds. I'm better with individual, single targets. That's why he works the crowd when we're doing the job. That's his role. He's real fucking good at it. Most of the time.
And then I'm just gonna. Can I just do do I need to roll to do I make a coin appear in my hand and disappear? Kind of sleight of hand? Is that something I have to roll for? Or is that something Archie can just kind of do?
Are you trained in sleight of hand?
He's talking about. I can roll for it if you want.
Oh no, you do have proficiency in it.
Yes, I do.
If I realize what he's doing, I could cast minor illusion to just make a coin appear in his hand and then disappear.
No, I
see.
And he goes, see. You want to learn how to do that? Coin, see? Coin's gone. Here, gone. Hey, look at that. It's in your fucking ear. It does the... Ha! Here it is. You want to learn? It wasn't actually in your ear. It's just a little sleight of hand. I'll teach you later. You can't learn that
Rough around way too many magic objects immediately oh, never mind then.
Yeah, then we'll wander back to I guess we're wandering back to meet everybody.
Garrett's gonna go, hey, watch this though. Reach to our other ear and use minor illusion to make it look like he's holding some sort of little ferret creature. I know, right? Puts it behind his back, makes it disappear. That's a little harder to teach. We'll work on that one later.
Warlock getting judgy about people pulling creatures out of nowhere.
No, Archie's just a little stunned. Like, how did you? What?
Wait, hold on. Isn't Garrick a sorcerer?
Yes.
So we're gonna have a sorcerer try to teach a magic trick, teach actual magic to a warlock. The blind leading the deaf.
He's also a fucking psychic, so he's not even an actual sorcerer.
Yeah, y'all make your way back to the Gold Dragon Inn. You get there probably right around the time that the lunch buffet is getting packed up for the day.
Oh, God damn it. I was in the mood for some seafood.
Hero and Voracious, are you just still chilling in the lobby?
We went up for lunch. We ate. That's where we were with Chef.
Yeah, so he's saying now lunch is being packed up. Did we stay here? The answer is probably yeah.
Yeah, no, I think we're trying to hook back up with the rest of the party.
Yeah.
And there's no reason to go hide in our room, especially if the band, you said the band was tuning up during lunch, so presumably they're either playing or close to playing.
They're not going through their whole set yet, but they're playing like the odd song every now and then. There's not a whole lot of a crowd to play for right now, so they're not like, hard rocking out, just chill.
Chill ambient music, yeah. Fuck it.
Garrick, Archie, Einan, and Yote, you come back to the inn. You see that Voracious and Hero have already claimed the same booth that you had last night. Chef is also there. He has returned in the meantime with a freshly purchased longsword. And just a longsword. He has not gotten any other kind of equipment.
Hey, Chef, nice to
Notice
see you
them
again.
in
Hey,
waves.
chef. What did the souffle
Looks like
talk out of turn?
Looks like you got some big fucking vegetables to chop up right now. huh?
Yeah.
Souffles do not speak.
Oh, it was. I was just
Chef
kidding around with you,
has
friend.
decided to help us with our little mission.
Oh, wonderful! Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
All right. So we did a little selling. I assume you did a little intel gathering. Would you like to go first, or shall we?
I don't think it would take terribly long on our side of things. It looks like the vast majority of bodies that have been stolen are those of poor people, with the one quite notable exception of a perhaps somewhat slightly divine offspring who may be being used as part of a battery. And then we did a little bit of a further investigation, shall we say, Viraj. And it does appear that we know exactly where the last coach, and indeed some of the previous coaches, were hijacked. And on further investigation, it does rather appear that those hijacking appear to be throwing down some kind of silence spell, cloaking their presence, potentially some kind of zombie or ghoul, judging by the vague outline that we're not supposed to be able to see, but we are in fact not fucking stupid. So however we want to set up the situation to get the bastards is probably a good thing. But also, if we don't want to go that way about it, we have come into receipt of some magical options that will allow us to perhaps divine our way, feel out our way, kind of navigate our way towards the corpse that they're probably using as a battery. That's all we have.
Holy shit!
That's very interesting.
It's very interesting.
It does tie into our developments somewhat.
A little bit, yeah. So we sold what we needed to sell. Now, when we sold the family heirloom, sold it to had a very eager, now that I think about it, over eager person wanting to purchase it from us, and also pay us a little bit to do a side job. Just a quick little adventure that we eventually realized wasn't worth our time or money. Went back and found out that this person is sister to the captain of the guard.
The captain of the fucking guard.
Yeah.
Can you believe
And
that
just
shit?
a bit of a sting operation because, get this, they thought we were all criminals.
They've been following us this entire time. They've
The whole
had
time
gadgets
we've
on
been
Very
here.
both of us.
insulting. We've barely done anything remotely illegal.
Well,
right?
apparently, us getting deputized was stranger than I think we've come to realize, and that anyone's really led on to us.
It was a big deal. They seemed real surprised by it.
He was real surprised and real suspicious, and when he found out it was true, he was even more shocked.
Harley,
Yeah, what's up?
question.
Answer.
Do I have any memory of any of the guards that I remember working on the trains randomly deputizing civilians? I'm assuming no, because I don't think I remember anything like that incident happening.
Yeah, no. In your time working on the lightning rail, there have been attempts at robberies before, but they don't normally happen when the train is in motion on account of the fact that it's a giant train powered by a pair of possibly irate lightning elementals, who at any point, if they really wanted to, could go thermonuclear and destroy the entire train. Most robberies actually happen at train stations. The fact that there are like road wardens or other adventurers hired for in-transit security is literally just like oh look, we hired security as a publicity thing. Our trains are the safest trains in the country. They're also the only trains in the country, but don't think about that.
Yeah.
This is the first time, to your knowledge, that anyone has like leashed themselves to giant eagles to race the lightning rail. So yeah, it was a bit weird.
So yeah, when they're doing that, Voracious will pop in and just be like, to be fair, they were relatively exceptional circumstances. I certainly haven't heard of any kind of heist or indeed incident that violent happening on any of the trains while I've been working them. So yes, it is weird we got deputized, but it's also weird that that happened at all.
Yeah, well, they thought we were just potentially just a bunch of murderers on a kill spree or something, so they were having us followed.
I mean, given where you sourced the items, you squints at him, tried to sell to them? Not the strangest assumption they could have made.
Yeah, but it was weird that they set up so the person we were selling to was already aware of us and headed us off before we got to a more appropriate place to sell them the items. If you catch my drift.
I'll be honest, I'm kind of impressed. Like they hoodwinked the fuck out of us.
Yeah.
And that's not easy to do. I mean, we've been distracted, we've been looking at things we probably shouldn't have been looking at, but still. I feel like I could have been more careful.
Archie looks over at Gag, is like, are you sure you're okay with me? Are you sure? You sure it's not you?
Voracious, for his part, looks very confused right now. You were talking about
looking over and seeing the confusion, or look at after all of that got cleared up, I'm taking the captain of the guard's little sister, I think. She's having a drink with me tonight. All right.
Oh, absolutely delightful. This is. Totally...
But also, Garrick, are you sure you didn't want to go out with her?
Brother, you know I'm not interested. Not after the last time.
Not well. I you could always get back out there.
Sure, but I feel like I sort of officially, swore off that sort of thing. I don't know.
No one's pushing you. All right, I just didn't want to step on any toes.
Sure. I just, I don't want to talk about it right now.
No. It's fine. We'll drop it.
God, I do not miss being 25.
Absolutely fucking horrendous.
Varashis does chuckle a bit and sort of lean back, like with Hero. Just the two of them going off that. Like, do you want to? I can't. Not after last time. It broke my heart. And they're both of them like what? Hero's 35.
Yeah, something like.
Varashis is fucking 46. Both of them just like. Oh
no, let's be clear. Both of the. Yeah, both of them are just saying Hero, for reference, has slowly let his head tilt back until the back of his head is bunking on like the top edge of the chair. And every time they keep going, oh, but I couldn't not after, like there's just a very gentle thump and he just gently bangs his head into the back of the chair.
you know, he had his heart broken. Straighten up a little bit.
I'm just going to look directly at Varashis and say, hey, listen, we all got things we don't want to talk about, right? We all got stuff in our past that we'd rather not bring in the conversation, huh? And as he's doing that, he's just going to gently try and cast Detect Thoughts on him just to see what that sentence brings to mind immediately.
Oh.
Oh, shit!
What is that? Wisdom saving throw?
I believe so. Let me just double check. Thoughts. Fucking, where is it? This big ass wall of text.
Yeah, no, this is a huge wall of text. This is so unhelpful.
I think
so. Okay, so if it's a surface thought, you can just read that without saving throws.
Yeah, if I want to. Yeah,
and no one will be the wiser.
Then
there's a saving throw if you concentrate to bore into the person's actual mind. But if you're just looking up for like a surface thought that's bubbled up, you wouldn't have to.
Yeah, because he's not casting Detect Thoughts on you. He's casting Detect Thoughts on himself.
Yeah.
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
So are you trying to bore deeper, or are you just trying to grab that surface thought?
I'm just going to see if I can just grab the fleeting surface thought.
Okay.
I mean, if he sat there being like, there's all things we'd rather not have come up in casual conversation, the surface thoughts are mostly just like...
Is this bitch trying to read my mind? Is this
No, the surface thought, because after what they've said, and then that ominous sentence, he's just still just like, oh my god, I do not miss being 25.
No, legitimately, like Garrick turns like the psionics very slightly to Hero, and all he can hear is it's just resonating around his skull.
Is there any so when you cast Detect Thoughts on people, do they know?
Again, he's casting it on himself.
Yeah.
So
the only way you would ever find out is if you succeeded the saving throw.
However, hold on. You're psionic, right? But that doesn't actually change how the spells work, right? Like it still costs you a copper piece to do as part of the spell.
I'm reading. Hold on.
Yeah.
Because
I'm not components in here, but maybe I just didn't add them into Roll20. I don't know.
It doesn't say that it. I'm looking to see if it. I don't think it says it uses the copper piece up.
Oh no, it doesn't use the copper piece.
No, so you just have to have one. Because it's paying for your thoughts.
Yeah, but it's still got to be like in your hand.
Yeah, he's just sort of casually like rolling it around in his hand and his fingers, just out of sight, under the table. I'm assuming we're all sat down.
Fucking flavor of sorcerer, are you?
The one where you got your powers from a squid.
Fucking great question.
Oh, aberrant mind.
Aberrant.
Can I?
The only way that you would know is if he probed deeper.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter whether he succeeds or fails. Whether you succeed or fail the saving throw, either way, you are aware of what happened.
Yeah.
In which case, no, the the surface thought you get is still just the, oh my god, this is so self-important, I don't miss being 25.
You know, Hero just gently rolls his head like one direction, so he's looking directly at the twins and goes, "Oh no, I absolutely understand on a visceral level everything that you're saying. It's just that it's also making me feel so irreparably old and
I'm sorry.
simultaneously incredibly fucking thankful."
No,
That I cannot begin. Come back in 10 years and I'll describe it to you. You'll understand it better then.
I'm sorry I made you feel old. That wasn't my intention. I'm still young. You know, they tell you, hey, once you're out of your teenage years, that's when things start kicking off. But I don't think I got the appropriate type of teenage years in order to, mature into a.
Oh, darling, don't even begin to worry about it. Things don't start to settle down until. Oof! It looks at Varashis. I would say certainly not before 33.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Well, I mean,
Not really. I mean, there's an improvement in the late 20s, of course, but
with
really beginning to break free of it.
general
all.
Hey,
population of Corvair, no, I'd say 33. Valinor, fuck knows, but like Corvair, yeah, 33. Solidly, minimum.
So as
Sure.
as this conversation is happening, Archie is gonna lean forward to as not like in any kind of way, but just like a kind of like leaning forward to make like the rest of the group kind of have to look at him and go, hey, little Lyman over here, speaking of you all's feeling old, little Lyman over here just got somebody, I gotta tell him, the barista at this one coffee shop gave her a number.
Oh, the follies of youth.
And Archie's very clearly doing that.
Ainen.
Oh, wait. I'll say, Garrick, you hear in your head. Don't worry, I got you.
Thanks, brother.
Ainen, darling. That's really very nice, but you know that this is more of a practice run. Unless, of course, you're particularly interested in somebody you even have met. But it's more of a practice one. We'll teach you the ropes so that you can, at the very least, extract all the information you could possibly need from a potential source going forwards. There are always opportunities, you see.
No, what are you...
You lost me, Hero. I mean, she's
Hero, you lost me too. What the hell are you talking about?
Hero looks around the table at all three of them and goes, I mean, these kind of early dalliances are often, but not always, of course, inherently awkward and short-lived. So, in the name of getting the maximum benefit, it's often a very good opportunity to hone one's interpersonal information gathering skills so that even should the proposed meeting be somewhat of a, shall we say, a flop, you are nevertheless ecstasy. I understand that some of you come from a different family background, but surely this was explained to you all when you started dating.
I think I get it.
Precious puts a hand on the arm of Heroes that hasn't been recently branded and goes, from the bottom of my heart, no. Weird. Just a quick catch up on the way. I don't want to speak for anyone else at the table, but certainly the way I was raised. No, most people don't enter their early romantic entanglements. Write this down, Chef. Most people don't enter their early romantic entanglements
Scribble.
with the intention of blackmailing the person they are meeting with
No,
in order to prevent future embarrassment.
no, it's not. It's not about planning for blackmail. That makes it sound awfully sordid. No,
I'm sure.
Hero, I got a question. Hold
I'm
on,
sure
hold
that
on.
is not the word choice you would have chosen. However, my
Hero.
sentiment still stands. That is not how. Certainly, I approached it, and Verashis looks at either of the twins like.
Archie leans forward and goes, "Yeah, no, I mean, I am probably a bit more casual about my dalliances and my I call them relationships, you know, a bit more casual about my interactions. But yeah, no, I don't do that. But Hero," and he leans forward as if he has succeeded an insight check. I want this to be clear. Whether this is true or not, Archie believes it and goes, "Holy shit, Hero. You're 35. You've never been on a date before, have you? Never in your life. Oh my god."
Hero, hold on. I need to just do it quick.
I love Hero
So
casually.
with a 14, right?
Oh, it's a lie. Oh, it's
No,
a
no, 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 no,
lie.
no. With a 14, Hero straight faced takes a beat, looks him dead in the eyes, and then goes, "No, I've never been on a date."
Are we going to get a long rest after this conversation?
Verashis is confused.
If we're getting a long rest after this conversation, I might burn
It's
another detect thoughts.
it's midday, my dude. It's 2 daylight hours left to.
We also, I think, a lot of our plans rather prefer the cover of darkness, so we can take a long rest and then get some shit done within this calendar day.
I have a date. I don't know what you're doing. But no, you know, you're burning another detect thoughts to detect the surface there.
I still, I have enough sorcery points that I can give myself a level 2 spell slot back, but like, is it worth it?
I don't know, buddy. I don't know, buddy.
Archie, while you're thinking that, Archie goes, I don't understand. You're rich, you're talented, you're and I mean this objectively, brother to brother, you know, you're fucking attractive as all shit. But you're adorable. There's no denying. You're personable, you're charming, you're a bit of full of yourself, you know. Some girls like that. Or boys, whichever you're into.
Sure. On the other hand, though, he does travel a lot.
That's true. But, you know,
Probably
roadies,
difficult.
right? You know, the Bobbies. You know, he travels all over the place and he sleeps with people at every.
Is for Varit.
Kate's cutting out for me.
Well, believe it or not, it's not actually as common for violin players to have groupies as it is for fiddle players.
Really? There's
That
a
may be
disconnect there?
that may be a shock to you. Yes.
What's so different about the fiddle? What's the?
Well, they do the vulgar way of saying it is the fiddle is a violin that nobody cries if you spill beer on. But if you try spilling beer on a fiddle, I imagine you will in fact cry, because musicians as kind of a breed do rather take it personally. The technical answer is that there's a very slight variation in the bridge that we tend to use in the different types of music that we tend to play, but fundamentally it's still essentially the same instrument. Though I know of the boy of whom you speak, and frankly, I find some of his technical skills somewhat lacking, but he does certainly play with vigor. And I've heard that his propensity for the short reel and the short reel and the occasional dalliance.
Holy shit! How do you know Jim From Bobby's. How the hell do you know that?
He plays a musical instrument.
He plays a-
You gonna tell me you know everybody? Fine.
This guy knows
What
everybody.
race is he?
What base is he going to?
Oh, what
Well,
race is he?
they'll
What is he?
find
What is he? An orc? What is he? An elf? What is he? I don't believe you. Bullshit. I bet you 5 gold you don't actually know.
Well, if we're talking about the same man, then I do rather believe that is the. I guess we would somewhat generously call him a half elf, but I think if we're being truly honest, the elf might be slightly further back from that, and there might be some rather interesting racial mixes further back in the bloodline still. But
High or low?
Fuck, he's
Okay.
right, brother.
Higher or low?
Hi.
Holy shit. You know Jim.
He plays a musical instrument. Of course, I keep an eye on my potential competition. What am I, an amateur?
I can't believe this. This small fucking world, huh?
Varesh is
anyway,
going to look
he's
across
shit.
the table at Einan and see if she is just as lost as he is at this point.
Einan's still trying to figure. Einan's still trying to figure out when Chef got here.
You said
Garrett's gonna turn to Einan
you
just like
said
in
that
between
Chef
one
was
sec,
sat
so.
with us.
No,
Yeah,
I
he
did.
is.
I did
Yeah,
say
he's
that,
there.
but clearly Einan didn't hear that. Clearly.
Is just looking at time just for reference for wrapping up this bit, is Garrick burning a detect thoughts on that?
No, he's just gonna leave it be. He's gonna turn around to Einan and just be like, the long and the short of it is ask a lot of questions. You know, if you ask
Ask a lot
Sure.
of questions, listen to the answers, and if it turns out that the young lady is, of ongoing interest, then you're going to look incredibly thoughtful and insightful because you paid attention to the things that she said. And if it turns out that you're not particularly interested going forward, then it's good practice.
Okay, that sounds a bit more reasonable than what you were saying earlier.
Sure.
Listen,
Exactly.
I'm gonna give you my bit of advice, and I'm the last person to give you advice on anything that's not potentially illegal. So we'll give this a try here, right? You're gonna, if you want to call her, you're gonna give her a call. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
That's
what
what
we've
we've
been
That's
been
talking about.
technically
talking
what we've
about.
been talking about. There was just a bit of a sidebar with blackmail. I'm not sure. Don't worry about it.
There was a sidebar when Hero reminded us that he was raised by assassins.
Yeah, and just look, when you go, it'll be your first date. Yeah. Okay. Just be yourself. She's gonna be just as listen to me. She's gonna be just as nervous as you, and just have fun. Because if you're not having fun, it ain't worth it. Okay.
Now that is actually good advice.
I agree.
Yeah, that's what I say. So if you want to call her, give her a call. Invite her over here. Maybe there'll be a little less pressure. The rest of you will leave them the fuck alone.
I
If
wouldn't
that's
even know
true.
how to interfere. I've never even been on a date.
You know
Acquaintance
exactly how to
Einan.
interfere with anything. you-
That's actually a wonderful point. What time is your date, Einan?
they haven't called yet. We were just talking about that. If you want to invite her over here, if you feel more comfortable with us nearby, that's fair. She might find that a little intimidating though. I say you try something easy. Go out for lunch. Dinner, there's a lot of pressure. Lunch is not so much.
Great idea. Maybe do it at like one of those, like roadside cafes. Public space.
Oh, one of those
nothing-
one of those food carts.
May I, Associate Einan, may I interject? This woman you are planning to engage in courtship with works at a cafe, yes? Do not take her to a roadside cafe.
That's a good point. That's why I was saying take it to like one of those, what are they? Those food wagons.
I will cook
Sure,
Trying
for
to
you.
say food. Oh,
I rather think we should be conducting it in a place where we are familiar, No offense, Einen, but this is a city we're not accustomed to, and a place where people are being actively snatched from the streets just so that they can have because they're part of a corpse trade. Perhaps we don't let the youngest and only eligible maiden amongst us go gallivanting into the streets in the name of a bit of frivolity.
I thought you were being fine there, and then you got gross. I won't lie, that was a little bit gross. What do you mean?
Hey,
Well, I was going to call her an eligible bachelor, and then I realised that she's, no offence, and she's not an eligible bachelor, so I had to kind of turn on a dime on that one.
Associate Hero, you are aware that any of you would be considered eligible for use in a ritual magic, correct?
Well, yes, but I don't know if you've noticed. Einen, could you stand up for a minute, please, darling?
Hero is talking
Einen stands up, and then Hero stands behind her and goes, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's a rather significant difference between trying to kidnap me and trying to kidnap Einen.
Chef steps up to you, Hero, puts his hands on your waist, and bodily lifts you off the ground. I see no difference.
Uppies. Very novel.
His arms aren't even he's a machine, so it's just.
Holy shit, that's impressive.
God damn, this guy does his tricep curls, am I right?
I think we can assume, though, Chef, that whoever is involved in this is perhaps not one of your kind and is instead working on flesh and bone. Albeit potentially deceased flesh and bone.
I do think, however, to Chef's point, perhaps waiting until our business has concluded before Einen does whatever Einen wishes to do might be and that's fine. You don't have to figure it out right now. Everyone is fucking with you because they are your older siblings, and that is what they do.
I'm not fucking.
You are also an older sibling.
He's absolutely right. We're just having a bit of fun.
Yeah, we're just having a bit of fun. Look,
I was sincerely offering my services as
no,
chef.
we know you were. We
understand. We appreciate.
We're the ones.
Chef.
Yeah, we appreciate that, Chef. And we're you were sincere. You were a good friend. All right, but the rest of us are being a bit. Look, Einen's not used to having older siblings. In fact, well, you got a sister. Do you have any other siblings, Voracious?
Not older than me.
So you got younger siblings?
Yes.
Okay, so Ian's the only one here used to being an only child. Just take a little easy. What? Sorry, what did you say, Em?
I said,
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sometimes I forget about the sibling dynamic, like the whole only child thing. Man, that must be difficult.
Couldn't imagine growing up without you, brother.
Sure, ditto.
I mean, it's not as if you're generally alone. You just have other people in your life that you are not related to by blood. It's not so different.
That's fair.
Sure, I'm sure you got friends, right? You must have had a couple of runaround buddies, right?
You.
You, Einen.
Einen's closest friend growing up was a chicken.
The twins have been to Einen's. The twins have been to fucking. Oh my god, what's her dad's name?
True, yeah, we have
Varit's.
Yeah.
We've been to the farm.
They've been to Varit's farm. Like, I feel like we've said that there were some people around because I think you mentioned that Dad went to the tavern or something. But like, it's a pretty sparse. It's a farming community that was abandoned mostly, and then Varit came back to and was like, "I live here now."
Yeah, I think necessarily the twins didn't Like, because it's what time of year is it? Is it summer?
Looks at
It's
God.
near
What
the-
time of year is it?
It's nearing the end of summer in a way that's vaguely contemporary with the current time of year in the real
That's fair.
world.
Yep, no, that's fair. That's fine.
Great.
But no,
Excellent.
but that's why I think they didn't really think too much about it. I think they were like, well, it's summer, so she's not going to school, she's not, so she's probably just hanging out at home. And after the brothers introduced themselves, she was just hanging out with like I don't think the twins thought that far about like
They didn't go. They didn't go out on the town,
yeah,
and
no.
then realized that there was no town.
Holy shit, so you don't okay. Well, you got us now. Well, you can't get rid of us now.
Sure.
No, we are like a set of incredibly bad pennies. We are drawn together no matter what, and I think once you have it, you just can't get rid.
It's an expression. And that goes for you two, too. You ain't get rid of us that easy. Just points to Verashis and Hero.
Oh, well, yes, of course. Do you think my mother will let you go now that she knows who you are? You'll have spies on you for the rest of your days, and that means I will know where you are. Though I prefer not to ask her because then she will tell me that I should really be doing the spying myself, and as we all know, that's not absolutely going to happen.
That's simultaneously comforting and terrifying.
Yeah, no, it really is.
When you say you're going to have spies on you for the rest of your life, there's a very distant, fuck, our cover's blown, fail. And a whole section of like a nearby wall peels off into a person who just vanishes.
What the fuck?
Hero gently waves at and goes, "See? I love the woman. She's incredibly meddlesome. On the upside, if anyone ever actually does manage to kidnap you, you can almost guarantee that some kind of miraculous accident will happen and something will happen to be left unlocked, or a person will happen to drop some kind of object that you need in order to facilitate your escape. Of course, I can't prove intervention, but certainly it's the best luck anyone's ever had."
Varash just points at the wall and then looks at Hero. Okay, but they were here for you, right?
I mean,
Your mother isn't actually going to have all of us followed because of our blood relation to you.
That makes your mother both simultaneously more sexy and more terrifying, I gotta say.
Veracious.
That's a very
Veracious doesn't speak to Hero, but his eyes do turn with a look of concern to Archie.
I am mostly one on about to tell you that that's not the first time people have had that response, and then going to remind you that I think one of the last people to have that response was your father. Now, shall we turn to other matters?
Before we do that, I need a big fucking drink.
Yeah, shit, I need a drink too, and just goes off to start getting
Archie just hit with the bone-chilling realization that he's not that.
Archie holding back the Dad and I have probably slept with the same prostitute at some point, right? Like, this is not
not getting it into the table. Opens his mouth, looks at Einan, stows the ammunition.
Yeah, just we're not gonna go there.
If you No, I'm not gonna.
Game round for everybody.
Wait, wouldn't she a barista? Veracious points at, have both the twins fucked off?
They're just standing at the bar.
Yeah, we're just at the bar.
Veracious points at Yo. Weren't we talking about a barista?
What was the old sex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Einen, go upstairs if you want, but she's at work. She's probably not going to answer her stone. I wouldn't worry about it right now. Listen, there's not that much of a time limit on it. It's not quite as urgent as it feels like it is. If you want to talk to her later, go ahead and do that. But right now, have you eaten? Let's get you some lunch. And Verashis will get up and head over to the bar as well, with the intent of getting Einen like a fucking sandwich or something. But just like, it's hard enough being 17. It's even harder being 17 and hungry.
I was 19.
Well, yeah.
19 hungry and gay is the worst.
That's your give up t-shirt print right there.
I fucking never want to do that again.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because if Verashis comes up to the bar, Garrett's just gonna turn to him and be like, "Hey, brother, listen, I didn't mean to snap at you earlier. I just, I got unresolved issues, and I kind of touched the nerve a little bit, and I just wanted to apologize."
Verashis squints, trying to remember what he means, and just goes, "All right." And then leans over the bar and is like, I know lunch has been packed up. At some point in the next 20 minutes, can you throw together a sandwich for my sister?
Who are you asking to do this?
Whoever is behind the bar.
Hey, chef.
No, because Chef said he was going to get his deputies in.
Oh yeah.
There'll be a sous chef back there somewhere.
Yeah.
That can whack something together.
They're technically my apprentices.
Oh.
Well, I wasn't saying that out loud. I was saying that in my human voice.
Yeah.
So
I will say if you're saying that, oh shit, if they're doing sandwiches, look, look, I'm fucking starving. I know my brother here's starving, a little sister's starving. I know we missed lunch. How does fucking 5 gold get us nice sandwiches? And if it's too much to ask, we can go across the street.
okay, I know that we're not in Sharn, so the prices of things are different. 3 sandwiches does not cost 5 gold. You can tip them, but just so I'm not at this point, I'm not 100% sure if you are just generously tipping people, or if you genuinely think that 3 sandwiches cost 5 gold.
No. They're doing me a favor, making food out of turn.
It's an inconvenience fee. We're paying them because it's out of hours. They're doing a favor for us.
Aside from everything
Just coming
else,
out, pay me.
Okay, here you go. Jesus Christ. Verashis, above all else, I'm a union man.
I mean, yes.
And also, we're pretty okay. Hold on a second. I gotta do some maths here.
Sure, yeah.
How many of us are there? No, genuinely.
Well, 4 of you who haven't eaten.
No. I mean, in the party.
There's 6. Also, is it even an inconvenience fee? I was fully assuming that this was a place that, it's one of those bars where you can also order food.
I mean, maybe. I don't
have
know.
the buffet out.
I mean, technically, the buffet is for people staying at the Gold Dragon Inn long term.
Mm-hmm.
Am I in hell right? Why? Discord's telling me that I have a 700 ping right now.
Well, Ping aside, we can still hear you.
Okay. Normally my ping goes red when I'm in hell, but if I'm not in hell, then fuck it. I'm just saying, there aren't a whole lot of people who visit the Gold Dragon Inn for lunch. So it is a little out of the ordinary for someone to order a lunch.
I don't
Just the
spend enough
inconvenience
time in. I don't spend enough time in hotels to contest that.
I mean, most hotels that I've been to didn't actually have restaurants in them. You had to go like to a nearby restaurant to actually get food.
Usually they have one like it's not always part of the hotel, but usually they have one built in. Then again, the one fucking Marriott that I went to in Atlanta did not have anywhere to get food in it, so maybe it's a cultural difference. I don't know. Anyway.
Regardless.
Hey team, it is 3 minutes past 1 in the morning.
Yes.
Oh,
So
Yeah,
everybody.
about...
So last thing before we fade to black, Archie said, we're all doing pretty okay. So that is going to be it's 10 silver to a gold, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody gets 62 gold and 5 silver. From everything that we've sold today.
From our illicit
No. Excuse me. I did that wrong. One moment.
Hits the undo button.
Okay.
Sorry, hold on.
Calculating.
Because that's not adding in the other gold from the rest of the stuff we sold. Oh my god, I fucking...
We asked 100 people how much money would they receive if they sold a bunch of illicit jewelry. You said 62 gold pieces and 5 silver. Our survey said...
Your call is important to us. Please stay on the line while we calculate your change.
So that is actually... $145 gold and 8 silver a pop.
Nice. Each, yeah. Okay, say we did good. We got a good
8
deal.
silver.
So does fucking Archie go like, we're doing okay, and then plop just a bag of money into Veracious's hand?
No, he goes, we're doing okay, and just sort of pulls Veracious in and shows you the money.
Fair enough.
So I've added it to my sheet, and Hero just quietly and without counting it at all puts it away.
Hero
He
just
used to have
feels
huge
his
amounts of
pockets
money.
getting heavier and is just like, excellent. All according to plan.
You know, in actual fact, Hero puts it away and mentally goes, I'll need to count that later because we're being a self-sustaining bitch now. And we love that for us. But also, I'm not going to do it here.
Yeah.
I've got it marked down on my notes to make sure we give it to Yote next time. But yeah.
You don't count your money when sitting at the table.
Hey, sitting out in public where it's easy to be robbed.
mean, Archie knows this, so we'll say Archie has, has been just quietly going, by the way, bag of this little bag, that's for you. This bag is for you. Einen, this is for you. Don't spend it all in one place, and don't count it out here. Jesus. Just take a glance in it, but don't pass out.
Get your friend something nice, not the most expensive thing. That'll
No,
make you
don't.
showing off.
Just get a nice dinner, and that's it. It's the first date. Jesus, don't even know the girl.
And don't even get a particularly nice dinner, just get a perfectly fine dinner.
Get a
Something
nice dinner for yourself, which would include getting a nice dinner for her. Either way. Look, get food. You'll actually, you know what? I'm wrong again. I'm getting too caught up in things. Find a place you'll enjoy eating at, even if it's here, and that's what you get. Okay? Having
If it's
fun.
here,
Having
I'm
fun is
sure-
the thing you want to focus on. Having a good time.
Exactly.
That's fuck what everybody else says, and fuck us giving you shit. Just have a good time.
Sure.
But either way,
Also, if you have it here, we got.
I'm
a
gonna
chef
eat
right
lunch
at
and take a
discount.
nap.
Guy cooks real good, Plus, you got the whole thing of like, hey, I know the chef. You make it something nice. Sure, half of it's fucking useless. You sort through it in your own time. You'll figure it out. You got plenty of time. You're young. You'll figure it out.
Einen, this girl's cute.
Excellent.
I think I'll talk to her. Everyone else, here's my opinion. Einen's now just shaking and quivering like a nervous dog. Just like, I don't.
Completely forgotten the mission. Completely forgotten about all the bodies. Just like, hey.
Oh, this is
let's
much
help.
now. Yeah, no, for sure.
This is now the main quest line.
As Einen goes to make this phone call, this stone call,
She ain't doing that. She's gonna have lunch.
is she not?
Hmm.
Okay, fuck it. The sandwiches, as the sandwiches come out and the people who haven't had lunch start having lunch, that is where we're going to fade out for the end of the session. Because it's getting late and I still have to make dinner.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Thank you all for being here.
Yep.
Thank you for running, Harlan.
I hope everybody had fun.
Cheers. It was awful.
It sucked.
That's a shame because you're gonna be here next week anyways.
Oh, that will be for Strahd. So if she did hate it, that's less of a threat.
Unless she hates Strahd
You're
too.
gonna be here.
No.
Anyways, everybody say goodbye recording.
Bye recording.
Goodbye recording.
Bye recording.
By recording.
Bisexual recording.